Greetings, salutations, everybody. So, you're probably wondering why this review of Legend of Tarzan is coming up now. Well, mostly it's because I'm not able to see movies except on Sundays nowadays because, well, basically just because I'm busy a lot and my only days off are Sunday. So, now that I've explained my reasoning and why this review is coming in so late, let's get on to the review. So, Legend of Tarzan takes place like a decade since like the last time Tarzan was Tarzan. He's and he and that's portrayed by Alexander Skarsgård. And compared to like say, I don't really know a lot of the Tarzan mythology, but his like full name now, and he lives in his house, is John Clayton III. He lives in the Greystoke Manor with his wife, Jane. Danger lurks on the horizon with Leon Rom, who's played by Christopher Waltz, who is basically a captain who is basically hired by King Leopold, supposedly, and basically the bad guys use up all his money to make a colony in the Congo, so he's basically using slavery, and he gets all these diamonds he finds, and basically the leader that knows where all these diamonds are, he says, like, if you give me Tarzan, I get you more diamonds. So basically, a plan is concocted to basically capture Tarzan, deliver him to the enemy to get diamonds, and basically, Samuel L. Jackson's character shows up and says, "Hey, we're gonna go on an expedition to go to the Congo to see how things are. We know you used to live there." So they go to the Congos, and it's basically a rescue mission to save Jane and to stop the villain from getting diamonds, because his plan is basically to enslave all of the Congos. That's sort of like a very quickened version of it, I suppose. But hadn't really watched any of the trailers previously before seeing the film. Either I might have or might not, I can't remember. But like I said, hadn't really seen any of the old classic Tarzan films. But I do have to say that I enjoyed the film. Alexander Skarsgård did a good performance as the character. He went from going able to be a very you'd say very sophisticated and well-mannered when he's in England, to going back and being savage and being Tarzan again. Margaret Robbie, who portrayed Jane, she did a pretty good job. She was very feisty. She was very confident, and she was able to hold her own. Although at times, like when at the beginning of the film, like when you first see her, it was a bit kind of annoying because you felt like, okay, can you please just go on to talking more about your relationship and just saying like, oh, ha ha ha, I'm so high society. I mean, they're in England and they are part of a Greystoke mansion or whatever. But Samuel L. Jackson was in it. He played the William Wallace, who basically helped the convoy to get to Africa. He was pretty good. He's Samuel L. Jackson. He's there and does what he needs to do. He's the comic relief. Christopher Waltz, he did a good job. He was menacing, but he sort of felt like he usually does whenever he's a villain. He seemed like he was a good character. He had his moments. He used his weapon. He was a bit intimidating. Although there was at times where you kind of think like, okay, this guy's smart. Getting into spoiler areas, he knew that what Jane was going to do ahead of time by thinking that, oh, she's going to try and stab me, or say, oh, this one native that she knows might be try to run away and try to call for help. So he plays a character that's very intelligent, but he's also still seems like a villain that you would see Christopher Waltz playing already. Some of the other characters, such as I always have difficulty pronouncing this guy's name, but Digimo Huso, I'm sorry if I butchered your name. Who played Chief Maboga? He was pretty good character, but he didn't really get much to him. He was basically just like, oh, I'm angry because, I have a grudge against Tarzan because of a misunderstanding, which was Tarzan had killed his son because of the chief's son had been hunting and killed Tarzan's mother, adopted ape mother, and Tarzan basically just kills the kid. But Tarzan didn't have any restraint at the time, so yeah. He was an alright character, but at the same time, they could have gave him more besides just being at the beginning of the movie and being at the end of the movie. Because his whole purpose was basically just like, he was basically just a character for Tarzan to fight. Even though there was some past history for his character and Tarzan. Samuel L. Jackson was also in the film. He played, George Washington Williams. He's an entrepreneur. He was also a veteran of the American Civil War. He, basically his whole character is he's basically the comic relief. And some of the jokes that he makes are pretty funny. Some of them fall flat, or some of them just like say like, oh, okay. Like he's basically is following Tarzan to basically just be there to help him out. And at times you think like, oh my gosh, how long did it take you to catch up with Tarzan? Like, Tarzan's just jumping off trees and he's just running extremely fast. And you think like, okay, how long did it take you to catch up with him? But he did a good character. He was a welcome addition to the film. He helped out. He was a pretty cool character. Some of the spoilers things which I enjoyed about the film was I thought the action was great. The special effects with the gorillas, I thought was pretty cool. I mean, it looked good. I thought it was like looking at an actual ape, or I don't know if the other animals in the film, like say the lions, or say the cheetahs, or any of the other animals. I don't know if they were actually real or CGI. Because they might have been CGI, but they looked realistic to me. So, and I just thought that. Also, as well, I thought the cinematography was pretty good. The music helped the film out very well. It helped give you an emphasis of the atmosphere of the Congos. The Tarzan yell that Alexander Skarsgård did, it was pretty good. Although at times you could, they had him do the yell from a distance, so it wasn't like ever like he was in front of the character and like doing the yell. The final confrontation fight with Tarzan versus Rom, I thought it was pretty cool. Especially Lom's death scene with getting eaten by the crocodiles. That was pretty brutal. One of the other things I thought was pretty good, I thought was a good emotional moment, was the death of a tribal leader. Well, not really tribal leader. He was basically just basically he was basically a member of the Congos, I believe. I'm trying to think of how you describe him. He was basically one of the tribe leaders in the place of Africa, and basically just was a person that knew Tarzan and Jane, and yeah, he gets killed off, and then there was a bit of like moments because he was a very very nice character, and basically felt like, oh my gosh, like you felt the emotional tension of like saying, wow, this person that basically mean a lot to this tribe is gone. And but having said all that, I kind of felt, I have to say that I enjoyed The Legend of Tarzan. Thought it was a good film. I enjoyed it. That it has some problems, like say sometimes there might be just like some problems like where, okay, this could have been done differently, like say in the script, or say sometimes like the the pacing. I mean, the pacing's good. It's just things seem like they're going a little fast, but I feel like it had to be that way because it's Tarzan. You can't just basically just like go like talk. Okay, now we're there. Because basically people wanted to go see Tarzan. You have to get to the nit and gritty of Tarzan. And I thought it was a good film. I mean, overall I enjoyed it. I can't really say I don't really know what kind of number score you would give it, so I'm not really gonna do that. So I enjoyed Legend of Tarzan. What have you guys seen the Legend of Tarzan? What did you think about it? Are you gonna go see it? Don't forget to put your comments down below. And as always, I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Oh, and just so you know, the next review, which won't be a review from a film in theater, Cabin Fever remake. Basically, I mean, the director from the film, I don't even know if it really was him. When he looked at the comments from one of the Cabin Fever videos I did and thought like, okay, and I guess I'll just review the film to see if it's that good or if it's that bad. But thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.